and welcome back to our channel. This is Kajal Rughal, your host for today. And we have the privilege of hosting a very special guest, Dr. Vinay Goel, a distinguished leader in the valuation industry. In this conversation with Dr. Goel, we will dive into how this legacy drives IOVRVF's mission today, the unique aspects of their valuation courses, and how they bridge the gap between academic rigor and real world challenges. We will also explore the future roadmap of the organization and its inspiring message for aspiring valuers looking to make their own mark in the industry. So please welcome Dr. Vinay Goel. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Goel.
Thank you for inviting me to this program, and uh, I'm ready for your interviews. Please.
Perfect. Perfect, Dr. Goel. So let's begin this discussion, with talking about, IOV registered value of Institution of Valuers founded by Sri P.C. Goel, the father of Indian valuers, right? So how has this legacy shaped the ethos and mission of the whole organization today? What would be your take on that, Dr. Goel?
Well, for this, first thing we'll have to understand the historical background rather, of
Mhm,
Institution of Values, which was formed in 1968 by Ms. Shri P.C. Goel, late Shri P.C.
mhm,
Goel, and this at that time, nothing existing in terms of valuation in India.
mhm,
So then he opened this with hardly few members of 8, 9 people along with him. And today, with this in continuous chain block, you can say
mhm,
we have around 35,000 plus members. So, and the profession has been built, I can very confidently say that it has been built by Institution of Values by
mhm,
way of educational programs and by way of publishing a monthly journal on regular basis since 1968, and holding some national level programs where hundreds of technical people like architects, engineers who have made themselves available to the profession attend these. And these are 2 days or 3 days program where one learn about the different aspects of valuation and on the contemporary level. So that was the strength of institution, and that is the strength of institution today as well. So many eminent, I would say, academicians in valuation field and the practitioners, they have joined institution and different programs we conduct. So that has made easier for us to create IOV registered valuer foundation in terms of government's requirement. That is the Ministry of Corporate Affairs formed one insolvency and bankruptcy board of India in 2016.
okay.
And then they came up with the rules. Those were called Values and Valuation Company Rules 2017. In
Yeah. Mhm,
2017, this
mhm,
was formed
mhm,
uh, as per the requirements of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India and those rules.
mhm,
And accordingly, they gave us the recognition to enroll members, conduct training programs for them. 50 hours
mhm,
training we have been conducting, and the
okay.
examinations are being taken by IBBI. And
Mhm,
whosoever passed that examination, he becomes a registered valuer member of the our organization. So
okay.
we were the first, and I can very proudly say that the
Mhm,
first three registered valuers of India.
okay.
And before that, the first educational program of that for to make them registered valuers was
Mhm,
conducted by IOV RVF.
okay.
And in three classes of assets, those were
Mhm,
there. So,
understood.
but
Mhm,
this was made possible. This was due to the uh, IOV's long-lasting presence,
mhm,
and when they had met the contemporary requirements of day to day. You see, it's a
Mm,
long history of around now 56 years. So you can
mhm,
understand what
mm,
kind of intellectual uh, capabilities IOV had in this field
mm,
was made available to IOV RV. And this has really come handy to
mm,
shape the ethos and mission of the not only the organization. I can say very again that
mhm,
also the uh, you see the first one of its kind in India
mm,
in
mhm,
the registered value domain of the
mhm.
company rules. So
Okay,
that is the thank you.
understood. So Dr. Goel, would you also like to share the role of IOV in strengthening the governance and like professional standards within the valuation ecosystem when we are talking about India specifically? So could you elaborate on that as well? Little bit,
Yeah,
please.
definitely. Thanks for the. It's a very good question. I would say
Mhm,
that explain how why we are the
mhm,
number one in terms of uh, holding the programs in terms
mhm,
of membership. Today we are having 9,000 plus members who have undergone the basic training program of 50 hours, out of which almost 25% have already become registered valuers with IBBI, and they are our members. And then registered valuer entities, again, we are the number one in
mhm,
that field. So there are a number of number ones, and I can confidently say
mhm,
these there are certain basic tenets of governance in those terms, like whatever is has been as per the rules,
mhm,
the governing structure of IOV RVF, like you have to have maximum number of independent directors.
mhm,
Our board comprises of five independent directors from different fields. They have nothing to do with the valuation structure. And
mhm,
then two registered valuer members. And then as MD and CEO of the company, I am the part of the board, and I have to carry on the other functional aspects of the company.
mhm,
But main governing board has guided us, and
mhm,
I thanks to that board that they have always been strict and under the as far as the compliance of the board is concerned from our end. And then there is a particular structure. We have different departments to handle different requirements like membership or grievance redressal. We have to handle monitoring. We are doing monitoring of the members, grievance redressal, and the disciplinary action against the erring members, and so on. So this is there is a definite structure of the governance in place. So, and the main thing is how to implement the governance in the system.
mhm,
And again, the when we talk about the grievance redressal or disciplinary action against the members, so you can understand the professional standards
mhm,
like code of conduct, which has been guided by the IBBA itself, or as per the rules.
mhm.
We follow those all those structures religiously. So
Okay.
that is how we are creative. We have already created, and we are on. It's a continuous
Mhm,
this thing, and this valuation ecosystem in India has been developed. This is
understood.
the basis. This has become the basis.
Mhm,
My belief is that firstly, I have to follow the
mhm,
ethos or the ethics or the standards or of the governance,
mhm,
then only it can flow. So that is
mhm,
what our board and myself has been doing in due compliances with whatever the Companies Act says, or whatever the as per the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, which demand us to because we act as frontline regulators of
okay.
valuers.
Understood.
So there's a great responsibility on the companies like us.
Understood.
Thank you.
And what about, the distinguishing factor of your training programs? As you already mentioned that all of your courses are IBBI approved, right? So, what
Yeah.
distinguishes them from, in this space from others in the market?
Uh, as I earlier explained you that we were the first runner in
Mhm,
every kind of activities, especially in imparting the educational programs, which is mandatory,
mhm,
and the curriculum is proposed, and I will not stop short that those curriculums initially we had sat on, and we had worked with IBBI and MCA to
mhm,
frame those curriculums as well, and then
mhm,
the course is prepared by us, and you can understand it is almost like now 7 years in offing. So 7 years is a good enough experience in as far as the courses are concerned, or any all those aspects. So at every year or maybe even 6 months, we keep on developing our courses with new ideas. We have a vast bank of what people are or what valuers are doing in their fields. So on the basis of their peer reviews,
mhm,
monitoring systems, we know that where is what is lagging, and even who are appearing for the examinations, so we get feedback. We run study circles for them, so
mhm,
that it makes a difference, and that has proved, I think it's very fruitful,
mhm.
that more and more number of our members are becoming registered valuers. So that is it.
Understood.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
so Dr. Gill, how do you ensure that the training methodology that the institution follows is bridging the gap between the academic learning and as well as the real world valuation challenges? Do you like to talk about that as well?
Yeah,
Mhm.
first of all, I think half of the question I have already explained, that the
Yeah.
experience gained by so many eminent valuers, it is available to us.
Mhm,
And our faculties, which is
mhm,
more than 100. So and
mhm,
those faculties are like day-to-day valuers.
mhm.
There are no specific faculty in valuation that they
Okay.
only teach. That those are very few, but the
Mhm,
mostly all of them, they keep on updating themselves with their work, and that is an added advantage to us, that produced during the academic programs, or the training methodologies. And then we have a robust system of assessing the quality of faculty and our training modules. So for that purpose, uh, this creates, I can say, a different kind of experience, or a different kind of technique with us. And then we have been using
mhm,
technology to its best, whatever is available to this. And in this regard, I would like to add what kind of technology. Then one thing is that we are the only organization who
mhm,
have given member portal. That means each and every member has his own area, where every information regarding his membership status, or regarding his other compliance statuses, those are placed in that. And then as mandatory, we have to run some continuous education programs continuously. Each member, as a registered valuer, he has to earn some 16 credit hours
okay,
from different this thing educational program. So we keep
understood.
on doing that. And then in their member portal, uh, there are some compliance related, like I would say that there is one, we have created values data interface.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a sort of technical, but I can explain you that whenever a valuer has to report, he there are particular requirements.
Mm-hmm.
It's a framework, you can say, where as per the laws and as per the standards, he has to comply with in his report. So what we have done is that we have made available to him a software where he can see and check his compliance related all the requirements. So that's a very good tool we have given them, our members, and they work on that. And the position is that when we check for their reviews or
Mm-hmm.
we inspect them, we have to inspect also their works. So
Yeah.
we are finding it's a good going. Every system has its own drawbacks or anything, but on and on, it is going on very well. And then new options we are creating, and there are journals available to them, and we are
Mm-hmm.
going, and we have the mock tests also for
Okay.
them
Mm-hmm.
who has to appear mock tests. And we have our own examination software
Mm-hmm.
where different courses what we run for them, specialized courses. So we take examination, they have to pass those examination to get certain certificates in specialized programs. And then we are now we are creating one e-library for valuers. So you would be happy to note that in
Mm-hmm.
that I believe that we have around 15,000 articles on valuation subject, different
Okay.
articles.
Mm-hmm.
15,000. So you can understand a big
Mm-hmm.
number for our
Yeah.
valuers, which
Mm-hmm.
are a collection from right from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
1968. So I can say that legacy is available. So that is helping.
And
Yeah.
what about the future, Dr. Goel? Like 5 to 6 years down the line, where do you see the organization heading towards?
See, any organization like ours
Mm-hmm.
depends upon the members, you know, how much members we have and what quality of members we have. And it is quite satisfactory till today that our numbers are increasing, and not only the numbers, as I explained, that the quality is also increasing. And different government departments and different stakeholders,
Mm-hmm.
they are approaching us for the services of the registered valuer members.
Oh,
So 5 to 6 years, what I see and what I envision, there's a
mm-hmm.
vision, you can say. uh, Today you can speak of that there are three categories like plant and machinery, land and building, and security and financials. There are three
Mm-hmm.
kind of assets where the registered values are being registered.
Okay.
But what I have a vision is that a valuer is a valuer, so he need not to be classified for
Mm-hmm.
a particular category. He
Mm-hmm.
should be able to value any kind of asset.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where we are going ahead and we are looking for. That is our vision, and our country already lacks valuers. I give you an example of Northeast. It was
Mm-hmm.
to my dismay only that entire Northeast region,
Mm-hmm.
there are hardly 16 to 17 registered valuers.
Okay.
Can you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
And so much of you can see so much of this activities are going on.
Mm-hmm.
And and then there is we have always pressure, you can say, represented the government as
Mm-hmm.
well as others, that there should be a particular regulatory framework for
Mm-hmm.
valuers only to have all kinds of different kinds of availability of
Mm-hmm.
valuation where the valuers are required.
Yeah.
So for that matter, even in 2019, there was a committee formed by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs
Okay.
that was called Committee of Experts on Valuation
Revolution.
Ecosystem. So that
Mm-hmm.
I was the only one from the organizations
Mhm.
uh, representing in that committee,
Mhm.
where it was chaired by Dr. M.S. Sahu, who was chairman of IBBA as well, and MCA
Mhm.
and all others were present. So we prepared one
Mhm.
draft values bill 2020. One can check on the website, it is also available, and it's
Mhm.
lying with the finance ministry. So we
Okay.
are expecting that the government of the day looks at it, because it's a very vital profession, because any transaction, and you can also, being a layman also, you can understand very well that
Okay.
when you purchase anything, you
Mhm.
understand that you want to know the value, worth of
Mhm.
any piece.
Yeah. Mhm.
Even if you you go to market and purchase mobile, so
Mhm.
you look for 10 different mobiles, and why one is worthy or why one is more expensive and what is the worth. So
Mhm.
for just a simple example I am giving.
Mhm.
So down the line, 5 6 year, we are very optimistic that the government start recognizing. And recently there's a very good I would say appreciative move by the finance ministry. If you know, there's an income tax bill recently which has been passed by the
Mhm.
Lok Sabha. There
Mhm.
they have mentioned that in any such a place, a registered valuer has to be, it has to be, a report has to be got by the registered valuer.
Mhm.
Suppose you have purchased any property and you want to show in the your income tax return. So
Mhm.
for that purpose, I'm giving a very low example.
Limit.
You would like,
Mhm.
you would have to have a report from a registered valuer.
Okay.
Accordingly, they are preparing some set of rules also, because
Mhm.
every profession requires code of conduct,
Mhm.
rules to bind, or you can say to channelize
Mhm.
the profession. So at
Mhm.
present, there's only IBBA, or these rules
Mhm.
only available, which are there. And I have number of times at different forums. So bureaucrats also, I have always discussed that you need to
Mhm.
expand now, and it's
Okay.
expanding, but that's bit a slow process, but it is expanding. But if something really concrete comes up, then it will expand like anything.
Understood.
That's a vision, I can tell you.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect, Dr. Goel. And I believe that we definitely want to ask you more questions, but due to time constraint, we might have to put an end to the conversation, right now. But before doing so, Dr. Goel, can you just share any kind of a message that you would like to share with the aspiring valuers out there who are, who might be looking up to IOV, RBF for, pursuing their future careers and looking at the organization as its stepping stone to reach the success?
Well, for aspiring valuers, one thing is very vital to understand, that there are different professions.
Mhm.
So in India, being such a nice country, I can say, and which is really being run by the in right direction, uh, when we have achieved this $4 trillion economy, and we are at the number four position, and we are vying for number one position in 2047,
Mhm.
and all are working towards. So
Mhm.
one has to understand the valuation is has to play a very vital role economical development, and this should be understandable,
Mhm.
that for to become the aspiring values,
Mhm.
and at IOV and IOV RVF,
Mhm.
uh, we we stand by this,
Okay.
and we aspire to welcome all the aspiring valuers who can come and join. And I can you can say that I am being egoistic or regarding IOV or IOV RVF,
No, no.
but one thing is there. uh,
Mhm.
in this line, I
Mhm.
would say we have this year only we formed one Yuva valuers forum,
Okay.
and we have recently conducted a few meetings, and there's a great enthusiasm amongst a young
Mhm.
generation who are joining the profession,
Okay.
and they are working towards to make it a better, profession.
Mhm.
And my view is that you may be, because everybody has some constraints,
Mhm.
uh, and matlab students especially, we would
Mhm.
like to enroll, and we have one very good beginners course also, that we call valuation surveyor course, for
Okay.
specifically for students.
Okay.
And we have opened few desks at different universities, like Pune Nikmar is there, and there are
Mhm.
others, university Andhra may have, and there are so many. So we are now
Okay.
coming up with desks, student desks, to create awareness.
Mhm.
And I personally have gone visited to some universities, and I had a talk with the students. Well,
Mhm.
you are looking for BTech, BH, whatever you look, fine, it's fine. But there is a profession which is a bit set off, but you can always enter. There are some nuances of every profession, so you have to learn those nuances, perfect
Mhm.
yourself, do this, and I think sky is the limit.
Mhm. Indeed. So, Dr. Goel, I believe that it's time to sign off from the conversation, but I would like to thank you so much for joining us today and sharing such enlightening insights with us in the when we are talking about the valuation industry itself. On behalf of Business Connect magazine, I can wish you all the best for your future prospects. And we hope that we can collaborate again for more of such informative sessions and talking about different topics in the industry. And we hope to see you again. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much, and I assure you my continuous talk on. You can understand that I can talk at length about the profession, being
In,
in this for quite a long time, and I
in,
hope that our this interview will
mhm.
instill some confidence amongst especially amongst the youngsters and
Correct.
others who want to join. It's not about youngsters only, but
Mm.
others also who can join
Indeed.
our profession, and they are always welcome. And let's the whole country flourish with the professionals of any field
Mm.
being in the limelight. We have to export services, and we are exporting services. So we are going global also. We are on those lines. So
Okay.
sorry, I may have taken much time, but
No, no, no. Perfectly fine.
thanks for inviting me to this, and thank you again. Thank you.
Pleasure is all ours, Dr. Goel. You take care. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you.
Sure.